Talking about the new era and talking about a guy that we are speaking about just before, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, now the betting favorite, officially the betting favorite to win his first NBA MVP award, and also got the stamp from his rival. I think not a rival anymore because he kicks his ass every time now, but Anthony Edwards saying that, yeah, SGA should be the favorite to win MVP. He is the MVP. Is he the MVP favorite to you guys? Directly asking you guys, and where do you rank him amongst the best players in the league? Start with you, Ethan. What's your thoughts?
Oh, I actually thought you were going to swing to Jed there, but I'm glad to take this one over and then let Jed have a big one at the end. Anyway, uh, yeah, I think SGA is by far the favorite currently because what you Luka can't anymore and Jokic can't as well. Is that right?
No, Jokic just second.
Okay, I changed my mind. Jokic is still the MVP, but then Shea is second. But I think as the season goes on, he will be the favourite to win it. I think the Thunder have won 17 of 18 now, and he's just killing it. He's dropped 30. He drops 30, 40 point games just for fun now. He looks so good. He's clean with it. I think one of you mentioned 60% from the field now as well. He's
from
got the team rolling.
from
Everybody's
two
on the
point
same.
percentage. I'll point out.
Yeah, there you go. And everyone's on the same page. Everyone's moving. The Thunder, the offense looks so clean. Defensively, I think they're top three defense as well at the moment. Like they're just, it's how are you meant to have a team that's so good for last year and then this year and be at the top of their game and not have an MVP leading that team? And he's the clear front runner in that team, and he's showing it again. Again, last year, what did he average? Like 29, 8, was it 6 and 5 as or something? This year's gone to 31, 6 or 7 and 5 or whatever it is. He's improved again. He's made another jump in his game. His shooting's got better. Like, yeah, I'd say that he's as close to being an MVP as probably what he's going to get at this moment in time, with Jokic being in front of him. But then if Jokic doesn't push on with the Nuggets and get the Nuggets make those improvements, then yeah, he's 100% the front runner for the MVP.
Mm. Yeah, for me, SGA is the MVP this season. Why? Because winning matters. Winning matters. And I know people want to keep saying, well, Jokic is the best player in the league. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. Jokic is the best player in the league. However, they don't give it to the best player in the league. Otherwise, LeBron James would have 10 MVPs. Kobe would have 5 MVPs. That's not how it works. Whoever has the best season on one of the best teams gets MVP. Let's go back in history. 46 guys have won MVP. Only 4 times has a guy below the third seed won MVP. Moses Malone did it twice. And then, who was it? Jokic did it once as a 6th seed. Westbrook did it again as a 6th seed. So you have to be literally, the rule of thumb tells us you have to be a top 3 seed, literally almost 95, 96% of the time to win MVP. Looking at the Nuggets go through phases, ups and downs. They go through a phase where they play a string of bad teams and they'll go really well and they'll be like a 4th or 5th seed in the West. Then they'll play a string of difficult teams and then all of a sudden they drop into the play-in. That's just not good. That's not going to cut it, especially when you have a team like OKC that's what, 6, 7 games ahead of the 2nd seed now in the conference. They're going to run away with being the number 1 seed, probably win like 60 games, and you're going to have SGA averaging 31 points. The rule of thumb, history tells us that the MVP will be SGA. And that's why I think for me, it's so clear cut that SGA will be the MVP. Is he the best player in the league? No, it's Jokic. However, that's not how they give MVP, buddy. They give MVP to who has the best season, usually on one of the best teams in the league. So shout out to SGA, man. Hell of a season. I mean, I hated on OKC last season because I didn't think they could beat the Lakers. Now, if they played the Lakers in the series, I'd probably favor them to win like 4-1, if not 4-0. So
Just quickly there, Pete, just on that. You said 60 wins. I'm pretty sure the Thunder are on pace for like 72 wins this season.
no, that's the
Just
Cavs. No, that's the Cavs.
Yeah, okay. So the Thunder's
They've only
20,
got one more loss than the Cavs.
you're 28 and 5, and the Cavs are 29 and 4.
Oh, give him bro. If they get to 70 games, he might be. He might be. Nah, he won't be unanimous because you know Jokic will get votes. But if they get 70 wins, oh come on, bro. MVP is SGA. Listen, they're just so far ahead right now, and that's the thing. Winning matters, bro. Winning matters. 13-game winning streak now, and the guy is playing out of his mind. And I think probably the difference now this season compared to others is that you always, my thing last season with SGA was that he was sort of very consistent, but there was no sort of eye-popping, gaudy game. And that's what always happens. The media and everyone always needs to look at these gaudy games for them to say, oh, yeah, he's the MVP. Now he's starting to get these 40 bombs in there. Now he's starting to create those highlights, and people are now starting to back it. And I think to get that, I think he said in his interview as well, to get the stamp from your peers, it means more than getting it from the media. So even if the media doesn't give him MVP, hey man, SGA, he's got a son in Anthony Edwards that called him the MVP. So that's a win in itself.
Yeah, 100%. I would tend to agree with you guys. I will point out though that the Thunder's next 6 games against, I think they've got 2 against the Cavs and 1 against the Celtics and the Knicks. So they do have a tough stretch of games coming up. And Jokic, I believe the Nuggets, they've got quite an easy stretch. So wouldn't be surprised to see the Nuggets slip into that top 3, especially with the schedule that the Rockets have coming up. They'll likely slip down the ladder there. But overall, like as you guys have said, you can't go past what Shai's done. Like he's been incredible for the last 2 seasons. So it's not a one-off year where it's just going to be like a Tyrese Halliburton thing where you give it to a guy because he's had this outrageous year and then he falls off a cliff. SGA at 26. He's in his 3rd season, averaging 30 plus points. He's a jump shot heavy player who shoots more than 50% from the field. He's only shooting 35% from 3, but like he just beats players off the dribble. He has more counters than anyone else in the NBA, and he's got a deeper bag than I would say any other player. And when you think about it, it's not like this Thunder roster is winning heaps of games despite having a really deep experience roster. They've got a really deep roster, but they don't have massive experience. They don't have any other players on that roster who have ever been an All-Star. Most of the guys are 22, 23 years old. A lot of them have only played a couple of playoff series. Like one of the best players this year is AJ Mitchell, who is a 2nd-round rookie. Like it's kind of crazy what they've been able to do with this roster being spearheaded by Shai. And like ever since Chet went down, back-to-back player of the months. Last month he averaged 33.5 points, 56% from the field, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1.2 blocks. He's averaging over a block a game this year. So he's really stepped it up on the defensive end. But yeah, I think what you were touching on with Ant really kind of speaks to it all, doesn't it? Like when your peers sit there at the end of the game, most like, damn, he's that guy. He's the MVP. I think he's really started to come over the hill where he's winning more and more people over as the games go by, and it all comes back to those stats. Like you need to have 40 bombs. You can't just have 31 points every night and win games. You need to have the games on national television that actually draw people to jump on your bandwagon.